Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Tesla Trends. I'm TJ. We got a great video for you today, but before we get into it, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's take a look at the chart. Here's the chart for Tesla. We're going to start on a 10-day, 10-minute chart. So we talked about it, and it finally happened. We were kind of converging between this uptrend and our long-term downtrend, and boom, pre-market this morning just shot straight through, and then at the open it looked like maybe we were going to come down and test it. Never even got down that far. Right around 6:30 was the low candle of the open, and also the low candle of the day. Went straight up to 6:45 and eventually out to 6:56 before kind of settling in, and we closed in that neighborhood, 656, 57, and now up about 6 points after hours to 662. So showing a lot of strength here. Definitely think we were looking at two possibilities, right? We get rejected, there's a little bit of a bear flag forming here, we could see a big drop, or we break this long-term downtrend, and I think it's official. We've broken the downtrend. It could be a fake out, which is my kind of first thought, but if you look back to this last fake out here, it sort of happened in after hours pre-market, and then as soon as we opened, we fell straight back down, back below the downtrend line, and never really recovered. Very similar to these other fake out breakouts. They happen in after hours and they get rejected when the market opens. So alternatively, with this breakout, it sort of started pre-market and confirmed all day through trading. Like I said, the low candle of the day was that little wick on this first one down to 630, and Tesla's up 32 points today, 5.27%. The Nasdaq hit an all-time high. Markets are super strong, and so it just makes me want to take a look at this chart and say, all right, what's next from here, right? This downtrend we have been struggling against since January 26, really, when we hit the all-time high. And so this is one of my favorite setups, is the break of a downtrend from an all-time high. And it's been, what, almost 5 months, very close to 5 months, just shy. Which is not a whole lot of time, but for a young-ish stock like Tesla that's seen a lot of momentum, it is a long time. And I know you guys who have been following this tough last few months with me, it feels like a long time for sure. So my initial instinct is to say that this is really only just the beginning, and I did pick up a couple of call options today for the short term. I'm going to see what happens over the rest of the week, and I'll probably pick up some longer dated ones. But I talked for a long time, if you've been watching my videos for a while, about I had expected a bounce here off the bottom of this growth trend line, and it didn't happen. Obviously, that was back on May 10th, so over a month ago, that we kind of treaded water below this 620 level, and then this uptrend started. We kind of converged around 620 with both of these trends, and we've broken out now here, and it looks like by tomorrow morning we're going to be testing this next resistance here at 669. And Tesla's been so volatile that although we have these resistance and support lines, some of them are pretty far apart. For example, the one that we're in between right now, 620 to 669. I mean, that's 50 points. It's quite a big gap. I would imagine that we're going to see some resistance here at first, but I like to think that we're going to be able to get back into the long-term growth trend channel here. So whether that's this week or next week, or maybe it takes a little bit longer than that, I think usually off of these breaks from a downtrend from an all-time high, especially when you have a nice long chunk of time, multiple tests of this trend line over the last 5 months, really, failing, getting rejected, and we've fallen. I mean, this was 900, guys. We went from 900 down to 540 and continued to consolidate for a period of 5 months here, even recently as low as 544. And so now if you think about that, we're already up about 120 some odd points from the recent low. So how much more does it have to go? I think quite a bit, honestly, over a period of weeks and months. I think this is a big break. So what I would like to see is, number one, how much resistance we encounter at 669. Hopefully it's not too much. Hopefully we can pop right on through this and we can start talking about what kind of resistance are we going to see on the bottom of this growth trend channel line. Because if we can get right through these first two, I think we could see something very interesting. Maybe some fireworks here. 700, I think, is going to be the real tester. If we can push through 700, because you've seen here, going back over these last few months, where 700 has kind of been a point of consolidation, certainly a strong support or resistance depending on which side we're at. And when we do pop through it, like here, there's sharp movement, whether it's to the downside like here or breaking back up to the upside here. We broke through, this was back on April 12th. We had struggled to get back above 700 here for a couple of months, and so when we finally broke that level, we went all the way up to 780 in one day. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that when we break through the 700 level again. Now again, we got rejected. We came right back down here. Couldn't get through this long-term resistance line, but now we're past that. All right, so we've gone through the darkness to the light at the end of the tunnel. So I think if we can break through this 669 and this 700 level, I think we might just come on all the way out and see a test at the top of this channel up wherever that ends up being over the next couple of weeks or so. But there are a few different levels to get through on the way for sure. And before we start counting chickens before eggs hatch, we definitely need to see what happens at 669 here. And certainly, if we're being optimistic, like to see us get back above this growth trend channel line for sure. And let me just zoom out real quick before I close out the video. Take a look at the 1 year chart. So before this most recent extended downtrend where we basically didn't bounce around May 10th, we had never really fallen below. I guess I'm gonna have to go one more to my 5 year chart. But you can see, going back all the way to last March in 18th, we had really always held, we've never fallen below this growth trend channel line. So that's where the stock wants to be. That's where we see healthy, normal growth over the long term. Out and above, we see volatility and the chance for obviously greater gains. Below is kind of a mystery, but we're finding out, aren't we? So if we can get back up in here, then you start to feel a lot better about the medium to short term outlook for gains for Tesla. So be looking for that over the next couple of days and certainly next week. Obviously, we need markets to stay strong. Keep in mind the NASDAQ hit an all-time high today, and the SPY is in that same neighborhood as well, something we've talked about for a long time. Tesla does well when the indexes are strong. So if we can see continued strength out of the indexes and we can push through these couple of levels, I think we might have something very special on our hands here. But that's about 10 ifs in a row. So let's just see what happens tomorrow. See what we see if we can get a test of this 669 level, and if we can break right on through, great. If we see extended resistance Thursday and Friday, it might be another story. But I'd like to say, and honestly, we really need to wait for tomorrow to confirm. But I'd like to say that we've broken this downtrend, and hopefully, we're in for a new uptrend, and who knows where that'll take us. But I'm getting very long here, so I'm going to end the video. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly like to talk about good things happening for Tesla, so I know I enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it as well, and subscribe. It's free, and it really helps out the channel with that YouTube algorithm. Comment below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this breakout here. Are you as optimistic as I am right now? What are your thoughts on the market hitting new all-time highs for the NASDAQ and the SPY showing strength as well? I know we've been on shaky ground lately, so it's really great to see if you're a Tesla lover. The index is being strong and this break of the downtrend as well. So let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments for sure, please. And thanks, guys, as always, for watching, and I will see you next time.